me a jigger, let me see. Let me see. And let me see the woman that is with. Put a couple $1,000 on your wrist. What's on your wrist? Mama, they can't touch you. I ain't never see this kind, babe. We do some kind things, make me feel some kind way. You know I'm not just trying to get laid, cause I know some kind chicks do it for the right pay. Baby, make a fire you with my machine gun. 16 rounds, I be King Kong. Girlie, make a sample you my brand new song.
Okay. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to her channel.
Hey. So, if you're new here, my name is Arlene, and I have not done a video by myself yet. I think I'm working out the nerve.
Okay.
But welcome to this space. We just talk about very different things. Again, this I think will be the first serious-ish conversation. And it's funny how this conversation started out the weirdest of places. I think all girls...
I think we should tell them.
Yeah? Right. So before we get into the video, please remember to subscribe. Remember to share this with your friends after. We're talking about, as the title is going to tell you, you know, the nature of life for us bigger girls. And I'm joined with my friend. Her name is...
Hi guys, I'm Tashiko, and also an upcoming YouTuber. And I think we're just making the perfect duo.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're just here. It is a very friendly space. We want to welcome people of our community, and also people who also think or have a different perspective about what you're going to talk about. But basically it's about Thick Girls Chronicles. Yep. I know you guys are enjoying out there, you guys like all this beauty, but there are things that we go through that you need to know, and maybe we can be able to address each other with a little bit of respect, dignity,
grace. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yeah,
great. So as she has said, her name is Tash, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed the little video we put right there. It was really fun doing that. So we're gonna try and do a little bit more of that. Yeah, I'll put her social media platforms in the description box. Please go follow her. She's also a model. So if you're out there and you're looking for plus size models, yeah, she's teaching me her ways. Maybe one day I'll get there.
You will, girl, because we deserve it.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Okay.
Right. So let's just get into it. So we're gonna talk about 5 things that as bigger girls we experience, and it's not even we are not complaining.
We are not complaining.
Yeah, we're just saying that there's some things that people who are not our size have easier than others, or some things that are myths and are not necessarily true. So we just want to break them down, and we're just going to talk about 5 simple things. So the video is not going to be too long, neither is it going to be too short, like the one I did with my friend Esther. Esther is just, she's just Esther. So yeah, we're gonna make it short and sweet, but also feel free to ask us some of the questions you might have. If you are, you know, a big girl like us and you relate to some of the things you're gonna share, girl, it's you we're looking for. So just go down there to the comments and let us know. Also, you can find us or stalk us, or you know, go into our Instagrams and tell us if you feel like it's too private, and we will be happy to just share with you and build a community around that. And please, disclaimer, this is not a channel for big girls. It's just one of the things we're going to talk about, because that's the life we live and that's the body we are in.
Sure.
Yeah. So Tash, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so the first thing we want to talk about is fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion.
Tumeanza on the higher note.
Because that's where most thick or plus size people get judged the most.
Yeah.
Which we don't blame some of us. We don't blame the judges. It's all about what you believe. Yeah, the judges.
No.
If there's such a word.
Yeah,
because we're not trained how to dress. You just find yourself dressing depending on how the society or your body looks like. And also most people don't understand their body type, and you need to, at times you want to go with fashion, but that is not,
it doesn't allow
us.
I remember getting a certain dress. My God, I loved that dress.
You saw it online?
No, so here's the funny thing. I do most of my clothes, I shop for most of my clothes on thrift, because I feel like that's where I can get unique pieces. Something that I will not, you know, either find someone else. Because you see, that already is a problem. The fact that a small girl can fit into the same dress as me, and her feet is very different from my feet. So every time someone sees me in the same dress, they're just like, no, that dress was not meant for you. But if, guys, it is a size 14, so of course 14. It is meant for me, because that's my size, right? But then the way it will fit a size 0 is not the same way
it will fit you.
Yeah, so for me, I remember getting that dress, and I don't know why we do this to ourselves. I was just like, I need to get thin so that this dress can fit me. Let me tell you, hey,
piling up
character
clothes,
development.
character development. Never ever.
I'm never gonna do that thing again. If it doesn't fit me, it's okay. It's okay.
Let go, sis.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah.
There's always something for you out there. And the worst or best thing is that the market is so diverse. It's that we just need to go deeper and try and learn like what will work for me. If I have bigger boobs and the other person has a wider hips, narrow waist, we can be all plus size, but we have different ways of dressing.
Yes.
So I would prefer normally what I see is if you're big, you have big boobs, so maybe do something fitting at the top, and then down let it be a bit baggy. It looks way better.
It enhances.
It enhances your figure, because you're good, you're beautiful, you're everything, And then when you're wide hipped, it's better to do something that will speak. Your waist will speak on your behalf. Because the waist will define everything, like the hourglass or something. So we are all beautiful in different ways, but we just need to know how to dress our bodies, because we are all different. We are plus size, but we're different. I have a bigger arm, I have mommy hand, someone else has a thick hand, but they are all big. So we are all different. So don't rush or don't run with fashion. Try as much as possible and embrace your body. I think what has worked for me first is my mom. She was my first supporter. I remember when I was young, in primary.
So let me just ask you, were you always a bigger body person even when you were young, or did you just grow up and then one day you're bigger?
Okay. I know my friends also watch this, so I've been big ever since I was young. Ever since I was like a small baby. I remember when I see my lower class pictures, I think I'm like a giant baby. The rest are just here. But it didn't bother me until there are some bullies and all that. And I remember one boy gave me a name. Was it? I remember, the rest, the WWE guy Rakishi. So I used to be called Rakishi. I used to be called Pudding, Kapumpum, and then there's another one. I can't remember. And then in high school, though it was fun, I embraced the name. I used to be called Conspi for conspicuous, because anytime we got into trouble, the principal will just like, you and your friends. So I was always like the landmark, but it's okay. So I've been big all through, and I was saying earlier, my mom has been my biggest support system. So when I had those names, Fat Bumbo, I used to go to her and she was like, you know what, you're healthy. When we don't get food in the whole world, you'll survive for long. That's how I went back to school, like, where you guys are going to die first when you get
moms.
I know, right?
Gosh, moms are just so precious.
She did it. So it didn't affect me. At most, because I had, when you have someone who claps at you most of the time, the rest won't matter. So she has been my biggest support system in everything I do. Even this video, she will applaud. She will be like, "Muli was smart." I love you, mom. So I think it all starts from way back at home, and I will advise any parent, when you have a big baby, a chubby baby, don't put them down at any given point. Yes, embrace them, tell them they are beautiful, because they are. It's not like a myth or something. They are beautiful.
And it's not even us trying to encourage unhealthy eating or things like that. Some people are just bigger than others, and it's unfair for, say, a parent to put their child down just because of that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, the same thing on fashion. Tash has touched on how we can dress, embracing our bodies. Can someone just talk about how hard it is for us to get jeans? A moment of silence for sound effect, because
and to all the ladies who have stopped me out there, like, hi, where did you get this?
Jeans?
And to those that have stopped, like, hi, where did you buy this? And you've given me like an honest
plug.
Thank you for the plug.
First thing, like me, I cannot survive with jeans for too long. Like if I have to continuously replenish my closet because of the thigh rub. My God, after a couple of wears, there's just some nasty like and you can't try it outside, and if you do, you have to probably like it's
you
just
have to always put your legs together.
Yeah, so
I get it.
I think even just sometimes finding these clothes can be difficult, but hopefully Mama Fashion here can plug us. Yeah, she can plug. You should actually start because the other thing is usually if you do get, then it's for some reason expensive.
Yeah.
So that's usually like such a gamble because you're like, I'm going to spend all this money on this one thing
because
and
of
it's
the
gonna
extra
give,
material.
By then you should stop telling people that. That's
let me tell you,
bad.
any plug that does that to me, I leave.
Yeah,
I don't buy.
Because that's really bad.
I don't buy. The only difference should be on trousers is for babies and for adults.
Yeah.
Not for slender girls from size 36 going on to 40, whatever. It's a bit expensive.
That's just
anyone who does that, I leave. But then there are so many places you can find good jeans. I think I haven't struggled as much. And also some advice to the friction thing. I pray that God blesses us so that we can have multiple jeans.
Yeah.
I think when you do few wears on the jeans, the friction will not be there as much. Yeah.
Because now you find the one jeans, because personally I like jeans that have a stretchy effect.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not gonna buy, if the jeans fits me like that, I'm not gonna buy that jeans because I know that at any point if I'm bloated that time of the month or if just something like it's not gonna fit me the same, but if it's stretchy, if I lose a bit of weight or I gain a bit of weight, then I'm still able to rock it the same way. But I guess that's just one of the struggles. And the other thing about fashion, as we even wrap it up and go to the next point, would be summer wear and bikinis. I don't know why bigger women get some form of shame when they wear bikinis. Personally, and I am in that bracket because I am so scared to wear bikinis because I'm just like, I ain't gonna put myself through, because I already almost know and expect that people are going to look at me a certain way if I was to try. Do I think I can rock it? I guess so.
You can.
I guess so, but hey man, me personally, I'm scared because I'm like, even when you go to the let me tell you, even at this my big age, when I'm going swimming, I literally wear tights. No, tights that reach the toes.
Oh shit!
Or
and
even
then you put a costume on top.
Sometimes I even put on. There's this. I have this. They're like
a bodysuit.
Gym.
Oh, like
gym
a gym
sweater.
wear.
Yeah, like how are they called? Like these shirts that men have that they keep them from feeling cold. I don't know. I just forget the name.
Like body warmers or something.
Yes,
like the pull necks.
But they're not pull necks. It's just like shirts and like long sleeve. Literally, that's what I wear to go and swim.
Oh no!
At this my big age, because I am afraid that maybe if I wear like I don't know, like someone
I know there's smears, the judge and all that.
Like if I could, I'd have a house with a backyard and my own pool so that I can swim because I really love water.
You deserve to enjoy swimming. So for me, I'm not so far, but when I do local swimming pools around, I will do like a biker and then the costume. Then later on, I shifted to like a costume kind of a dress. Yeah. So that would work for me. And then my last visit we had at the coast, my friend shopped for my clothes.
Oh gosh,
Abby. So she went and did a lot.
Sorry guys.
Yeah. So I was talking about going to coast. So my friend Abby shopped most of my outfits. She's the best fashion designer out here. So she went and did a lot of bikinis. And trust me, I remember the first time I walked with them in the coast. First of all, inside the hotel I was okay. I will share with you. Inside the hotel, I felt comfortable until it was time to go to the beach.
Oh God.
Trust me, when we were going, I was okay until I saw the beach boys and I froze. Everyone else was in bikini, but for some reason,
I grew up in Mombasa.
Wow.
Yeah, and alas, I can't wear bikini.
I think we should change this narrative,
Yeah.
guys. Everyone looks good in bikini. Everyone can look good in swimwears, and we
Let me
need
tell you-
to respect the ocean. Come on, guys.
There's this lady called Prim Nyonyozi. I don't know if you know her.
No.
You should go look for that page. She's a Ugandan YouTuber. That woman, she wakes up. She's out. She's in our community.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So she's. I love her confidence. She can wear anything she wants. She's just amazing. So watching her helps me to just remember I'm okay. I don't need no.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again, emphasis on we are not promoting bad or unhealthy habits. But if we just happen to find ourselves in a big body, I mean, there's really.
Are we supposed to go back to the mommy's home?
No. Yeah. So that's about fashion. So the next thing would be.
So maybe Aline, I can just interrupt you about fashion.
About fashion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll also add something about fashion, about what the kind of fashion that what will also affect your body. Let's try as much as possible to embrace high waist trousers and tucking in. You really look good as a plus size when you do high waist compared when you do low waist, because at times when you're on low waist we have the love handles coming out, and then our bodies are so special, they are very beautiful, that when you are used to carving up that waist, it also gets into shape. And if you're used to doing the low waist even on panties, it will automatically have a kind of a line. So you're giving the love handles a home too. Like, let's fall, girl. Let's fall, girl. So embrace high waist. Even on, don't worry when they say you're doing mommy pants. Do them. You're doing it for your body. Okay, don't do the strings and then they are down below your waist. They'll give a room to the kind of just to fall down. So put them up together and you're good to go.
Great, nice tip right there. Okay, you hear? You heard? I hope that was helpful. So the next thing about big people is confidence or self-esteem. I don't know why, and honestly, unfortunately, we cannot speak for anyone else. So again, this is not a smaller people shaming kind of conversation.
Not at all.
We are talking about us because those are the unique experiences that we have had. So I have realized that many bigger people, most, not all, but a good number of them, sometimes their confidence is affected by how they look, or their self-esteem is affected by how they look. And so you hear people giving you backhanded compliments like, oh, you look so nice for a big girl, or like, and you're supposed to say thank you.
No.
Please no. Just say you look nice. It doesn't have to come. Yeah, because we already, plus all the other insecurities a normal person can carry, because everybody has their own insecurities.
True.
So on top of that, you want to now start telling me I look good for a. It's like that thing for kata ukai mluya.
I know.
What is that?
How does that define beauty? Or
that's just bad. Like, hey, you look too nice to be. That's just.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's just.
I'm told. Are you sure you're not? Your father does not come from Luya or something? You know, because I'm Kavi and I'm from Kikuyu. Yeah,
so you typically don't have.
So they want me to dress like there's something. There has to be someone, you know,
can't just look like
that granddad, that grandma has to come from the Luya land. You know, the legs, you know. Come on, guys.
So confidence is one of the areas, and hopefully, if you ever encounter somebody who, you know, is from the big size community, be very sensitive in the way you approach them, the way you speak to them, because they already have, you know, something they're fighting. And guys, also just forgive the lighting. We are shooting towards the end of the day and the light is dipping a bit, but we still hope you can see us and hear us. So that's it about confidence. So you take the third?
Yes. So sanitation, guys. Sanitation. This might be deep, and
I don't think you're ready.
I don't think you're ready.
Yeah.
This might be deep. To some, might be gross, but these are facts that we need to share out there, so that a few or a number of people will know and maybe learn something, one or two things.
Absolutely.
And funny enough, this is the topic that brought us together.
This is what we were talking about when we decided, you know what, we're going to shoot that video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sanitation. So you'll find most people or most guys who once have dated plus size. Some of them might never want to go back.
Oh.
Yes. So you hear them, oh no, I would prefer the small bodied. You know, the big ones will have some orders, will have some bad odor. It's there, but we just need to take care of ourselves.
And it's let me just interject. It's not that big people have an odor.
Thank you.
It is that
We just need
there are challenges that come with being big, and therefore there are some things we, you know, bypass and not do, and as a result a build-up of that now becomes
something
nasty. So let me just start with when you're going for number 2.
Are we coming from number 2 when we started this topic?
Me? No,
but we were in the washroom.
We were in the washroom,
guys.
I don't even know how it started. Oh no, we realized that all 3 of us that were in the washroom at that time, we were big girls, and we were like, "Ooh, such a moment of
ourselves in one room together."
It never happened. Yeah. So and then it just kind of came up in conversation. So when you're going for a number 2, so especially if you have, you know, like a bum, you really need to truly like clean yourself nicely. So personally, this is going to be TMI. I am short, so sometimes reaching when I'm cleaning myself, sometimes reaching there it's not as easy.
There's a struggle.
Yeah, because I'm short, and then now the luggage is quite a lot.
You've not considered small washrooms.
Yeah, and the washroom is maybe tiny and stuff like that, and so you're really struggling to just get yourself clean. And most times, if you don't do it well, you will actually leave, residue of number 2 there. So that, as a result, imagine you because a number 2 is a it's a cause of nature.
Yeah.
So when you finish and then you don't know, then maybe you go home and you want to get intimate with your husband, and right at the my God, and it's just like, my goodness, Jesus Christ,
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. So some of the hacks that I have learned over time is, personally, I know some of you will be here, oh, G wipes are not healthy. That's your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Just you do you. But for us, and I think we kind of agreed on that.
Yeah, we agreed on that, and
we were like,
the other lady also agreed on that.
Yeah, well, like, we need to, sometimes you just need to use like wipes to just ensure that it is clean.
It is clean. Yeah.
Especially if you're away from home, where you maybe can't shower.
Exactly.
Because other times you can just be like, okay, even if I can just get into the bathroom and clean up real quick. But it's that particular part is usually a little bit messy, a little bit messy. And even just washing your back, because maybe you can't reach. And over time, when someone does this to your back, they can literally fill a whole bucket with flour because now there is washing your feet.
Yeah.
You know people who don't wash their feet because by the time she's reaching her knees, she's tired. So she's just like sha and she's done and she goes. But yeah, so that we thought would be something to talk about. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, something. As I mentioned, we can be plus size, but we are all different. So like, for her, she'll struggle maybe because she's short. For me, I'm a bit taller, and I don't know. I find I have longer legs. So I will find my legs. Let's say like the washrooms that we have here, my legs will kind of go to the other.
Especially in the middle one. So one leg is in the third toilet. That's so funny. That's really,
so I was like, I know you're in there, you see a third leg, it's not yours, but I have to do it. I have to go all down. I have to make sure that
it's clean.
Yeah, just to be flexible enough to get down there and make it clean, because you have to make it clean. Yeah, when you're at home, you can bath. I know at times in the morning it can happen, then you take a bath. Yeah, then your day will be like superb
because you washed everything away, all
exactly.
the sins away.
Yeah, but what happens when in between the day or you're somewhere, just
Or
visited
having a
somewhere.
diarrhea.
Or a diarrhea. Oh, that is the worst thing. That is the worst. Let me have a headache. Let me have a headache, not a diarrhea.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing. That's a topic for another day because it's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. So also something else that my mom taught me. I think she kind of prepared me since I was young because already I was big bodied.
Yeah.
So I remember starting using tissues early when I moved the short call, and something else she taught me, after taking a bath, you can really clean yourself. But if I don't wipe well, that is
Another thing.
yes,
Yeah.
just behind there. When you don't wipe well and just on the crack, there remains
Like
some
pat
water.
it dry.
Pat it dry because there's sweating.
Yes.
Okay. So when all
And then that water from
that
in the
water,
morning.
yes. So when it mixes and you go out there and you're just walking around, you know, shwa shwa shwa. I'm told I do like shwa shwa. So you can after the shwa shwa, we'll have something smelling. So that is something that. I think that is something that I'm impressed that she taught me that, and it has really helped me out.
Yeah.
Yes. So something else about sanitation is also about sweating. I sweat, Aline. I don't know if you do sweat.
I think I sweat when I do vigorous activity.
Like dancing.
Like dancing.
Just from
or-
dancing, did you sweat?
No, but that was
I think the
just
weather
like a
the weather has also favored us.
Not quite, but naturally I'm not a sweater because I have a cousin actually who is like a tiny body but her sweat. Oh my god, death!
A lot.
It is death.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if that is a big people thing.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's just probably.
Then I think that is the perspective I have. I always think that big people will do sweat, but not really because my kids, like my son, is not big bodied, so I think it's kind of a family thing. There are people who just do sweat. So I sweat a lot, so I have to make sure that, of course, the armpits. But I think this goes to everyone because you'll have people who. Everyone does sweat.
Yeah.
Then, but you have to maintain the sanitation. Just do like
Hygiene.
Hygiene has to be there for either you're plus size, either you're small. Hygiene is general.
Yeah, I think the bit that we were mocking about was just that being bigger sometimes reaching. Hey man,
No, it's like you have to hold one heel, finish with it.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
I would not have put it any other way.
I know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the next one is health and fitness. This one is very close to my heart. You people who go out here telling, like for example, I'll say something like, "Oh, I have a headache. You should work out."
I know.
What's wrong? Why? Because now I'm like, hey, what does?
What headache and they've already
It's just
judged
a
who
lot.
you are.
Yeah,
unfit
yeah,
and
like
everything.
the reason I'm having headaches is because you're not fit, or I have a stomachache, or the other day, so I'm asthmatic, and sometimes my chest, gives me problems. And I'd be working and or sometimes someone would be like, "Hey, umepotea, umekuwa wapi?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been unwell. I was just home recovering." And be like, "Ulikuwa unaona nini?" Then I say, kifua ilikuwa inanisumbua. And then they're like, "Hey, we work out too. Hiyo kifua itaisha."
Ni mafuta.
And I'm just like,
you've ever been told ni mafuta nyingi?
yo, it's honestly me, by the way, up to kitambo I just used to laugh it off, but of late when someone tells me that, I'm just usually like, no, like I just shut it down, because now you can't make somebody feel bad because
you have to say something.
No, that's just not right. And
Sure.
I actually one time had a small tiff with my sister because we were talking about weight loss, and then she started saying stuff, and I just told her I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this, and I went, because I'm like, I don't want to get upset.
I know, right?
For nothing. And she's probably saying something that is important, but then you see, because you're already so used to people attacking that about you, you kind of switch off. So the thing about health and fitness, if somebody is big, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not fit. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're unhealthy. Granted that most, big-sized people, you'll find that they probably are practicing unhealthy habits.
Yeah.
But that's not usually the case. For some people, imagine.
It's that.
Yeah,
it's
it's just not the case.
It's not
Yeah.
the case.
So stop going around telling people that the reason they're falling sick is because they're heavy or stuff like that. or you know, you look like that now. What if when you get to 30 or when you get to 40? And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Like, because not like me. You know how, like, from here where we are, I walk every day from here to Naivas, morning and evening. And I don't walk until you know, the Mombasa way, Starabu,
like, you know, I'm too heavy.
like I put it in my mind that this is the time I have to work out. So most times I even time myself. I'm like, yesterday I walked with 15 minutes. Today can I try and do 10?
Okay.
Yeah, in the morning mostly I try and even do 7 because I want to like maybe make it here in time and stuff like that. So for me, I treat that as an exercise.
Which it is.
Yeah, and so you're telling me that, oh, you should lift weights. I'm not trying to get abs. I'm okay. I'm not complaining. I don't want anybody flat tummy. I mean, it's, yeah, I just feel like sometimes people can be a bit insensitive when it comes to in somebody's body size in relation to their health and fitness. Yeah. Any thoughts?
Yeah. So about health, for my case, I'm glad I started dancing at a very tender age, and I was still.
Me too. Let me tell you, I used to go and dance in the showground and win.
We used to dance with my mom. You know those promotion things, and then we go back with that string. Actually, I think I learned how to do my waist from my mom. And then we will win trophies.
Can
and
meet
those
your mom?
You should. She's a vibe.
What?
So I remember, I used to, outside there, I will kind of mimic her. Say like, Dombola, sorry, remember Dombolo, yeah. So I started dancing at a very tender age, and I went to church. I love dancing. It's very dear to my heart because I kind of felt the environment which I grew. If it wasn't for me joining dancing group, I would have maybe ended up doing something messy. Yeah. Yes. So with the groups and all, and I will always get like, hey, Mimi, huyu hata ni mzito na anafanya hivi, nimemheshimu. So
and first of all, that in itself is not even a
compliment. It is not a compliment, right? Because why? Why? Who told you we are not flexible?
Yeah. Which is going to lead us to our next point.
Thank you.
Flexibility. Yay.
You know, just the other day someone mentioned, we were kind of doing like a talk. It was a sex talk, a group of girls. We were doing like a sex talk. And someone just laughed and said, I would like to see you do it. Like, I would imagine you do it. Because it feels like big people are not
flexible. You
know, the styles and everything. You can do
acrobatics.
You can do acrobatics because you ain't fit. Because your thigh is way bigger. It's like 50 kgs, I think. I don't know. And remember another compliment. I've ever seated down with someone.
You're married, so you can educate us. I've
ever seated with someone, and someone says, your thighs, one of your thighs, two of mine.
Again, not a compliment, and not a funny joke.
And not a funny joke. Yeah. But I would really laugh at it. I don't know why.
Or that meme for a boy's leg and a girl
and balloon.
No, my strong what?
I've seen that color.
Yeah, like one girl, the girl's leg is like big and nice, and then the guy is slimmer and bony, and then they're saying that this is my support system or something like that. And I'm just like, wow.
Anyway,
is your husband small bodied?
No. Yes, he's not really small, but not as big as I am.
Because I don't know, there's something about big girls and small boys.
Okay, I will consider him small because he's not thick.
He's just built, but he's not thick.
Yeah, but I think I'm heavier. Oh, definitely I'm heavier than him. Yeah, so
still acrobatics are working. Okay. TMI, please.
Okay.
But after this time. So that was our 5th point.
Yeah.
Things to do with. So we'll catch it up together. Relationships. What else was there?
There was relationship. There was sex life,
catcalling, just everything around women.
Yes.
So I think you've already touched on the sex life bit. So I'll talk about on catcalling. Then you can finalize with relationships.
Okay.
So I don't know why, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, but every time, me as a thick girl, I can't just go to the shop in peace. And maybe this is universal for also smaller girls, but there is a way catcalling for bigger girls is, it's just bad.
It's bad.
Huyo ni size yangu. Like, why are we introducing size? Why?
Are we shoes?
But look, because it's bad. Ati, hey, hiyo ndo size napenda. Unajua ati ona hiyo mguu. And honestly, it makes people uncomfortable. So you know what I resolved to doing? Every time I get catcalled, I do it to someone else.
Okay.
So I'll just be standing on the road and I'll be like, hey, check your Charlie. And they get so uncomfortable.
Wait, the person was done it to you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do it back to that person. They say
it.
size yangu, I turn and I'm like, my God, actually, sit when they're home. Like, and because that's not the reaction they're expecting. They're expecting either me to snob or to
shy
away
and
and feel, you know. But me, I turn it back and I'm like, hey, by the way, mini size yako, by the way, naitwa nani, mi naitwa hivi. You know, and I turn it and I carry that conversation. I'm like, twende home, as by the way, leo mimi na wewe, actually, niko single, actually, pete natoa, wacha ni, mi niko single. And you can see the discomfort.
Exactly.
They get so uncomfortable and they're just like, you.
So I think what used to, okay, from, of course, also from the environment, I would first study the environment. Like, I need to pass through this route. I've seen a group of people seated there, a group of trouts. So what I will do, I will first do a direct eye contact with them. And from there, I can identify, you can just feel who is kind of the leader or someone who will do that nasty thing.
Yeah.
The ones that they will always listen to him. So I will also maintain eye contact with them. As I'm passing, I'm also looking at them. Trust me, they will have some difficulty in saying some things. So after I have passed, that's when they will say it, and then I will do like a turn of who's talking, and then all of them will just be like, or someone will say, "Hi, madam." You see, so I normally maintain eye contact just to make them know that I'm not afraid.
The power of how do you call that communication?
Of the eye language, like how our moms used to like just look at us and we automatically do the right thing. It works. Try it. It does work. And I think I've tried yours as well, like size yangu, and I'm like yakiatuama, and then he was like, oh, she was not supposed to respond. She was just
because they are used to getting away with it.
Yes, so don't shy.
Actually, men, if you're a man and you happen to watch this, it's not cool to catcall people. It's actually very uncomfortable. But because they have been socialized to do it, they don't see anything wrong. Let me tell you, Tash, I'm looking forward to a day where we can be like 6 girls seated somewhere on a road and we're like, eish, Buddha. You know?
Size yangu Buddha.
Actually, I think I should do that experiment. Just to see how, so that they can also feel how we do that
and put it on recording.
Maybe we can try that. We'll see.
Consider yourself lucky if you do that to you. Yeah, so we were in relationship.
Yes.
Do thick girls have difficulties in getting into relationships?
Truthfully, I think so.
Yeah, I also think so. Because there's always a preference, there's always a perspective.
Hey, you just reminded me. So I used to work somewhere many years ago, and next to our office used to be a law firm, and there's this guy who used to be, he was, I don't even know what they do, pupillage or whatever. So this guy would be like, hey, Aline, I can't date somebody your size. And then I was even smaller than how I am now. Ati, mi sitaki tu kukupin tu kwa WhatsApp peke yake. And I'm just like, first of all, I didn't actually like him or anything. It was just in conversation, and it was like, me, I want petite girl, somebody I can lift, somebody. So now us, we can't be carried, we can't be, and it's not that we can't be, it's just that,
especially the carrying thing.
I used to think how it's cute to be carried on your wedding and all that.
We were told you only be carried by prayers.
Imagine me nimekubali too, it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's well. But because of that, even when you're getting into relationships, you're so cautious about the body. And you're just like, does he like big people or... No, I can't.
And at times I also think that person loved you because you're big or because of your butt. What if it goes away? It's kind of a struggle to try and not add or lose, or it's just a lot to think about as far as relationships are concerned. Because I feel like smaller people
have it easy because you, or easier. Please correct us if you're wrong, comment section. Yeah, but again, kindly, politely.
Yeah.
Don't safe space. Everybody's opinion matters, yeah. But yeah, so I feel like smaller people, they probably don't have to think so much about do I need to add weight or do I need to lose weight? Actually, I was looking at some stories. I can't remember who it was, but they put Insta stories of clown moments, and there's a girl who said, when I met my boyfriend, the first thing before we started dating, he used to tell me he likes big girls, but yet I still accepted to get into the relationship being small. Now the guy is married, has 5 kids with a very big lady, and and vice versa. And so it's those things for you don't know what the other person is thinking.
Yeah,
you don't know. And I don't know if it's something that you talk about, because I mean, you go on a first date, it's not like you're like, so do you prefer big girls or small? I mean,
I did that.
You did?
Okay. So the first, I think I used to do that too. Anyone who would approach me, so I would be like, mimi mkubwa. Oh no. So when I used to date when I'm in school, like high school.
You dated in high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when are you judging me?
No,
are you judging me?
Let's bloom.
Okay. So okay. So yeah. I remember I would maybe at home when someone would maybe try and date me or just try to know me better, I once lied to one that I'm working. I'm not in school, because I know I used to look too big to be in school, especially when I was in
high school,
and I'm at home. I'm not in uniform.
When you wear home clothes,
yes,
absolutely,
exactly. And I remember when I joined Form 1,
I just had yes,
when I joined Form 1, I went with home clothes. So I remember other students saying, "Oh, we didn't know you were a mono. You look like you're bringing your sister." So yeah, I know I was big and all that. So even at home, the situation was the same.
Yeah.
I will meet people when I'm hanging out and they were like, "Where are you working?" How would I say I'm in Form 3? And you've asked me where I'm working. I will work, sir. So
you shall work it.
You shall work it. Until I remember I did that to one guy until it was time to go back to school.
Oh man.
And
did he find out?
Yes, I had to tell him, "Hi guy, I lied to you. I'm going back to school tomorrow. I'm in Form 3.
What was his reaction?
He sent me pocket money.
Your bill iko wapi?
Your bill, sijui kwenye ilienda.
Alikutumia how much?
I don't know, I think it was 2K, but then because I registered
good,
M-Pesa with my mom's ID. Na ni kazi kuchange, wacha tu.
Yeah.
So I did that because I think nilikuwa namtaka kunitumia pesa. Yeah, and then he was kind of, "Yeah, I saw your face is kind of babyish." Yeah, and then when I met my husband, because by then he was too tiny and tall, so I was like, "Najua mimi ni mkubwa lakini niko Form 4." So I'm already introducing.
Oh wait, you are married to your high school sweetheart. Oh, that's so cute.
So by then we were just knowing each other. We were kind of friends in church and all that. So that was the first introduction. Najua mimi mkubwa lakini niko Form 4. So I'm kind of preparing him to asiniulize, "Are you working?" Because alikuwa
for him, you have to sort of preempt.
Yeah, for him he was not in high school. Alikuwa shatoka already. He was in college. So anataka kunijua, but me I'm like, niko shule. Yeah, I just niko shule.
Nataka kusoma.
But it was a good one because it was within the last few months before we cleared and all that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think there's that issue. Maybe you'll feel that you don't, or rather we also have preference.
Yeah.
Okay, to be honest, something, I don't know if this is bad. This is bad, I'm sorry. I suffered a lot being compared to, you see how kids will compare you to another fat boy, like you two should get married because you're just feeling the world. So I used to get
the world. I didn't see that coming.
So I grew up, I didn't want any big man to approach me. So I know that's wrong.
You know what? Same, I think. Same.
Yeah, so if a big man approaches me, I'm like, dude,
hey man, that bed is going to fall. Like there's just too many calls.
But that's not nice. It's not nice.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I used to,
It's
when there was the chubby boy in class and me, the chubby girl, we always put together. You see, like, hey,
And
who are you? So the other,
no.
the other boys will not kind of try and, you know.
And try and friend you.
Yes, because so you're always like, the fat boy is seated at that corner, the fat girl is seated at that corner, and you are like, just watching the rest, enjoying life.
Yeah.
You know, I think it starts at a very tender age. So, and that is not an excuse. Love is very deep and different. So, let that not be an excuse to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think something else we need to talk about. Hey, I even told God to bless me with a car now.
Yeah.
Seated in a matatu.
Oh.
You know, when I'm seated in a matatu, I always pray like, I need a slimmer person to be my seatmate. Because we are going to sweat on each other.
Or even you get it personally when I get into a matatu and there are no seats at the window, I don't get it.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna sit on the edge and somebody is just like literally half of me is on the seat, the other half is outside.
I know.
Because you know why?
I know. So there's a
like
time
I ran to go and sit Ukombele with the driver.
and also, you know, I'm a bit wider at the hips. So when I sit, it kind of takes the whole.
let me tell you what it does. It settles.
Oh, okay.
It settles. Yeah.
Okay. So once it settles, and then no one wants to sit with me.
Oh man.
Surely, you don't want to sit with me.
And then what they come and then they see and that's usually the worst. Ile wanakuja mtu anakuangalia and then they go.
So at the time I was left. That was the only seat left. Na mtu akifika pale kwa mlango anaona ama kuja anashuka because anazitoshea. But I think these small guys are always okay. Anakaa hivi na side. So I always niko na utu. So najaribingi kuinua hivi mguu. Ni msonge na pia ni struggle, you know.
Yeah.
So I think when it happens I always say, God,
Father Lord, give this woman a car.
Amen.
Then when
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
And something else, dear friends, mnaniekanga hapo mbele nikae mbele kwa gari ati gari itagwara nyuma. Anyway, I enjoy sitting at the front.
Yeah, and every time I am like with groups of friends, I kind of enjoy that privilege because they're just like, Aline, just sit in front, and I'm like, you got it.
You got it.
So that all the small people
they
can
just
the 65 people behind and me one person in front. And it's okay, I don't mind. So that's the perk of But yeah, so that's all we had to share for today.
Yeah.
We did think this was going to be a short video, but alas, here we are, almost 50 something minutes.
I know.
But thank you for staying, thank you for watching all through. It was really, really great to do this channel with you. Thank you, Tash, for coming.
You're welcome.
Please remember to subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and we will see you another time.
Bye.